Take your time. Catch that pedal. Good. Alright, taxi is up nice and slow. Make sure you stay on your left pedal. Yep. And just hold that forward movement so you don't have to go back and forth too much. Good. Alright, so we have a low wing there and a high wing there. So let's split it over this way just a bit. Okay, top of the left pedal. Remember, we have a solid white line up there, so we have to stop before and get clearance. So when we get down there, instead of ground, you'll be calling tower. So you just say,
we're on tower at AP ramp, ready off road, whiskey path to the portrait.
Exactly. You just say it all at once, you don't gotta wait. So clutch right, so 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Alright, good. Alright, so come to a stop. Alright, go ahead.
We're on tower, house up, number 555, you know, power foot.
AP ramp.
AP ramp, ready over whiskey path, ready for the portrait.
That's 555 Uniform Papa, Long Island Tower. Hover taxi to the whiskey pad and advise ready when you are ready for departure.
Number 554 Papa, over, ready, advise ready for departure.
Alright, so you always check your movement area, left and right, and taxi area. So bring us around, nice and slow. Just try to keep us over the yellow line. Just stop. So we do a left pedal turn, clear your right tail.
Clear. Right tail.
Yep. And just tell them we're whiskey pan, we're ready with departure.
Number 5 Uniform Papa, whiskey path for departure.
How's that 555 Uniform Papa on departure, on course, heading 090 is approved, wind 2506, whiskey pad, cliff takeoff.
5 Uniform Papa, 090, cliff takeoff.
Alright, so just push forward first, because the wind is this way, and then we'll come over to the left in a moment. So we just push through, push through, push through. Keep that forward pressure, because we want to get the airspeed. A little bit more. There we go. Alright, bring us up. And then start turning on 090, so that's towards the E.
Okay.
Alright, so we're crossing the active, so we check right and left just in case you forgot about something. It's clear. We'll push over towards the E.
Which one's active on?
E. We just passed over 6 and 2-4.
Oh, he let us cross over?
Yeah, but there's no one here.
Yeah.
That's why I asked it, because I knew no one was here. So.
Yeah.
Get us back to the E. He did.
We go up to 1,400.
Up to 1,000.
1,000?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we fly at 1,000. There was no limit up to 600.
Okay.
Nobody's here.
Helicopter 5 Uniform Papa, radar contact, say altitude.
Number 5 Uniform Papa, 5 feet.
I'm going to give us a tiny bit of coffee because we do have visible moisture around here. So keep our airspeed above 50 now. So the best rate to climb is about 55 to 60. Yep. So you push a little bit. We have the power. So bring the nose up.
Right?
She doesn't feel like she wants to climb, so just bring the nose up. There we go. Try to get that airspeed back.
Yep.
And so once again, all our gauges are still on the green, fuel is good, carbons are good, amps oil pressure are good with no warning lights.
Yep.
Clear right, forward and left.
Up to 1,000?
Yep. Always fly as high as possible, so, you know, it's feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid something happens. You know, an extra couple hundred feet can give you a lot more room to decide for something.
Yeah.
Figure something out. keep on climbing before you start pushing forwards. We get to the 1,000, just a little over 1,000. Bring the nose back a little, just a hair. There you go. Once we push press on, all right, now start pushing forwards and easing up on the collective. A little right pedal. And push through for 65 knots, so watch that left pedal. There you go. This sun sucks. Yep, so hold this at 65 and on our heading. He should be clearing us in well, he's 2.5 miles. He might clear us, who knows. Actually, just level us. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we're flying along. Our clutch light comes on. Do you know what to do?
You count to 10.
Yep, and then do what?
Check if any of the fuses pop?
Nope.
Oh, you pop the fuse?
No, you pull the fuse,
Yeah.
because the reason for you pulling the fuse is to stop the clutch actuator from either raising the upper sheave or lowering it too much.
Okay.
So that's what we do. Our oil light comes on. The first thing we check is our engine tach. That'll be the first and best indicator if something's wrong with your engine.
Okay.
Then we'll check the oil pressure and the oil temperature.
Yep.
Alright, so say one of these lights comes on, right? The oil light comes on, the alternator light comes on, but everything else is working, no indicators of anything else. You land as soon as practical.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't go past the nearest airport.
Yeah.
So you say you get your oil light come on, you see oil temperature rise or thing, other stuff's going on, then you land immediately. You try to land somewhere where a mechanic or someone can get to you. That's the reason. The three things that you automatically do for auto rotation is a fire in flight, an engine failure, and you lose your tail rotor.
Okay.
Those are the three things that you do auto rotations. Everything else is either land as soon as practical or land immediately.
Yeah.
Just come to the right a little because we're going to head over to the right in a minute. There's a movie theater lot.
Okay.
We're not going there. We're just going to go to the beach on the other side.
Okay.
So we can do some autos and stuff.
Sounds good.
So just hold this heading. Yep, that's great.
Yeah, we're already out of the airspace.
Yep. They might be changing controllers. They could be doing a few other things.
Yeah. Surprised more people aren't flying today. Nice out.
Yeah. The haze sucks, but other than that, the wind's perfect.
Yeah. We got here today in like 50 minutes.
Tower, helicopter 5 Uniform Papa, where do you see?
I've got 5 Uniform Papa, radar service terminated, 12 VFR, frequency change approved.
Alright, so you hit the VFR button?
Yep.
So we're not under coverage, so now we can do what we want. So make sure we're clear. I want to go towards the right, towards the shoreline. So make sure you're clear, so clear left, forward and right, and really look right. Like get your head out as much as you can. And the reasoning for that is when you're flying, and if someone wants to pass you, it's always on your right side.
Yeah.
So if I don't look to my right and I just turn, I can turn into someone that's coming up behind me much faster.
Okay.
So always make sure you check that.
Okay.
And so just head right down there. So whenever you do turns or any sort of maneuver, whenever, just to really glance at your gauges real quick, make sure everything's cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, everything's good.
Okay. So I don't know if you remember the acronym. I told you that what you need in the helicopter paperwork for every flight. The acronym is ARROW. It's easy to remember. So it's Airworthy Certificate. So that's right there. It always has to be outside facing that anybody in the helicopter could see it.
Okay.
R is your registration for the helicopter. O is for the POH, the Pilot's Operating Handbook, and that is specific to this helicopter. Not all of them, just this helicopter. And then weight and balance, which is also in the POH, and that is specific to the helicopter, not the flight.
Yeah.
So that has all the information in there. So when they take like the heater out or they add stuff and take stuff out.
Yep.
All right. He might ask you, how long does the registration last? Now, it used to be 3 years. They just changed it to 7 years.
Okay.
So that's how long the registration. How long does that airworthiness certificate last? Is there an expiration date?
No.
No, there is none. As long as you comply with all airman's directives and anything that needs, be done to the helicopter, that it's had its inspections, either it's annual or a 100-hour inspection.
Okay.
As long as it had that thing stays current.
Okay.
Those are questions that would be on the test and probably on the oral.
Okay.
So we want to head to the beach, straight across, right across. There, where you see like the white sand all the way out. That's where we want to go. So just keep us at 1,000. And so we have a gravity-fed fuel system, right? Our main tank is 16.9 gallons. Our auxiliary tank is 9.4. It's a combine of 26.3 gallons.
Okay.
We fly approximately anywhere between 8 and 10 gallons an hour. I always hedge on the bed closer to 9 to 10 gallons an hour. Just to compensate for winds and other stuff that you don't remember.
Yeah.
So gravity-fed means they both drop down at the same time. Your auxiliary tank will empty out first before your main tank.
Okay.
We have a float type switch in there, and it has a 3-second delay for when we make turns, so it doesn't always go on every time you make a bank.
Yeah.
We have a fuel shutoff behind me, and we have a fuel mixture down next to your leg. And that allows the fuel to go through. The last place it goes before it goes into the carburetor is through the gascolator in the back. No, the last one check.
Yeah.
We have a 4-cylinder, Lycoming 360 J2 engine. It's horizontally opposed. That means it goes back and forth. Carbureted. We have a 145 horsepower, 360 J2 engine.
Yeah.
It's 145 horsepower, but it's D-rated. We fly at 124 horsepower continuously.
Okay.
And like I said, and then we get the when you add that 0.9. Remember, if you need to get up that high. That's at 131 horsepower.
Okay.
So it gives you a 5-minute rating for that. The reason they do that to make it pilot-proof. You have always a little available power, and remember it's a training helicopter, so it's kind of beat on and used continuously, so it has extra available power. Helps the lifespan of the engine.
Makes sense.
We use 100 low lead fuel. Can we supplement others? Yes, but you always check the POH to see what other one you can put in there.
Okay.
It has between 4 and 6 quarts of oil in there, minimum 4 quarts. What else could I go over about? Alright, so we fly in Charlie airspace, right? We punch out. So that's radar coverage, just like the Bravos. Alpha. So you always have to have clearance to do anything. And what you must have in it is a Mode C transporter and ADSB out. So that gives them, altitude and airspeed and who we are.
Okay.
You always need to call 5 miles out and get permission. They have to read back your whole tail number. They can't just read back part of it.
Bravo is 10 miles out, right?
Yes, 10 miles out, and they have to say cleared into the Bravo. All right, so let's raise the carb heat, and let's just go straight down. So it's just start bringing us down. So when I say we establish our airspeed, right pedal, lower collective. We bring it down as much as we can to make it in the middle of the sand over there, just a little bit to the right. So in Bravo, they have to clear you into the airspace. So the VFR requirements are 3-mile visibility and clear clouds. In Charlie airspace, it's 3-mile visibility, 500 feet below clouds, 1,000 feet above, or 2,000 feet separation.
Okay.
Bring us a little bit more to the right. Push her over. There we go. 65, 65. So the winds aren't really too big. So let's just aim for the middle of the beach.
I got you.
Alright, say you move. You have to notify the FAA within 30 days as your new address.
Oh yeah.
So let's get a little further out, not too close to the shore, a little further back. So just level the nose a bit and just on descent rate, just slow it down a little bit so we can make it out to the middle. So hold the forward airspeed, hold the forward airspeed. Just like that. So the best thing is always come down as, you know, oh, there's a bunch of birds. Wall above them. Alright, so I'll head out over here. Yep, so just take somewhere out in the middle out there and come down to a stable harbor.
Yep.
So, if you move and you change your address, you have to notify them in 30 days. So it's a good question, like you got your medicals and you were talking about all that stuff yesterday, right? The other day. Alright, so you got a third class medical. How long does that last if you're under the age of 40?
5 years.
Right. Now if you're over 40?
1 year?
2 years.
2 years.
Alright, so you put in third class 2 medical. Alright, so left pedal turn, clear your right tail. Good. Turn us. And we're going to taxi back just to take off. Alright, so your class 2 medical, how long does that last?
Class 2 is a year.
1 year, right. So you are under 40 years old, taxi us that way, please. You're under 40. You have a class 2 medical. You go past the year, you don't slow up. Just get control. So just come to a stop and then start again. Nice and slow. Alright, so you have a class 2 medical.
Yep.
It went past the year. What happens to your medical?
It goes to class 3.
Right, reverse back to class 3 and you have 4 more years. Now you took your medical on 2025, December 6th. So the next one would be December 31st, 2030. Oh, so it goes to the end of the month.
Okay.
You don't have to do it on before the exact date. You get a little grace to the end of the month.
Okay.
All right, so come to a stop, turn us around.
Clear right tail.
Yep, nice and slow. A little bit more this way, and just take us off. Remember, takeoff, we just give a little input, get going, fix all our pedals and everything else, and then we continuously just keep on pushing through. You're pushing through the rumbles. That's traverse flow effect. That means the advancing blade is in bad air. Clean air, the retreating blade is in bad air. Once we get about 45, 50 knots, we're about ETL, so we can use that. Now climb. Perfect. Just come up this way a little bit, and then we're going to turn around and come back in.
Okay. How do you get to this beach by car?
It's Smith's Point, so you could park at either end. You can usually see.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we're clear left, forward and right, so come to the right. We'll aim for that island as a reference point. Keep on climbing, keep on taking. Big thing is keep your airspeed.
Yep.
You see right there's like a bridge and everything over, so you can park over there and then walk down.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's nice.
I think at certain times of year you could drive on here too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you probably have to have a permit. So let's get up here. A little bit more. Just right when we get over to the top of the beginning of this island, then we're going to make our downwind turn. Okay. So what do we do on our downwind? We do our downwind checks or your downwind call. So that's call beat up. We check all our gauges and all that. If we're in pattern, we make our downwind call tower. So we're clear left, forward and right, so come right. So as soon as you establish yourself in your downwind, keep on coming around. As soon as you establish yourself and you feel comfortable, we can level out here. Then you do your check. So this is bringing over just a hair like this. Alright, that's good. Alright, so do your downwind checks. So raise your car peak, so your left hand pull it up, nice and slow. You pull to the height, you feel like the drop. Alright, now check all your gauges. So all the gauges are green, fuel is good, car's good, no warning lights. We are still clear left, over to right. So we're going to set up for a steep approach. So a steep approach is at 400 feet, 40 knots. And then we're just going to try to keep that between 35 and 40 knots and less than a 300 foot descent rate. Okay. So we're clear left, over to right, so turn us out. Base the final. So you pick a landing spot. Once we get comfortable, we're going to just keep on coming around. So we're at 40 knots, we're about 400 feet, so let's keep this airspeed. The big thing is what could happen, we can get into vortex ring state, right? Alright, it's good. Alright, so I would start entering. Now, I always give myself a little distance, just for the fact if I start dropping too much, I can get a little airspeed back. So keep this airspeed, keep the nose level. You can push the collective down, make sure right pedal. Bring up the nose just a hair, so we're not kind of diving, almost like down like that, good. We're about 200, 300 foot descent rate, perfect. Let us hold it right there. Just keep us going in. Don't let us slow down now. All right, you brought the nose up just a hair right. So as you see, we're at 200-foot descent rate. Now hold this perfect. Hold this airspeed, hold its descent. You get a little closer, you feel you need to lower the collective, you can. You're still well above ETL, we're only still at 200-foot descent rate. Big thing is just stay on top of the controls. Don't let it get behind you. We have like no wind condition, this is perfect. It's coming straight down, excellent. So keep forward airspeed, don't remember. So we can push it down a little bit. It doesn't want to go down yet. There we go, 300 feet. There we go, a little right paddle. Always just keep an eye on that trim.
Yeah.
We got a little more of a descent rate because it did want to sink at first. There we go.
Yep.
So just keep up forward airspeed now. That's what's important. So start bringing in your power. Bringing it nice and slow with left paddle. And a stable hover. Holding those level. Perfect. So get us in a hover. Don't let us sink. Now settle. So just ease up. Straight down. Don't pull to the right. We want to come straight down. Perfect. How'd that feel?
Great.
All right, so let's do a max performance takeoff. So for your check ride for do max performance is you would roll the throttle down to 75%, turn off the governor, so do that. Nice and slow, turn off the governor so it won't shoot up on you. All right, so we get 75. So you would redo another magneto check. The reason for that, you don't want one of the magnetos, there's something wrong, we want to know, because you don't want to start going up, the magneto goes when we drop and hit the ground.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do simulate, we don't need to do, so we do all the magnetos, right?
Yeah.
All right, before we roll up, stick your head out, look behind you. So we're on the ground and we're going to go straight up.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure the area behind me is clear and no one's coming behind, and then I look up.
Okay.
Because we're just going to go straight up. If someone's coming by, they're going to crash right into us.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to roll up to 80, put the governor back on. All right, so we do all the gauge checks. So once again, all the gauges in the green. Fuel is good, carb temperature is good, amps, oil pressure is good. We have no warning lights. We are clear left, we are clear right, we are clear forward, we are clear above, and we're once again I'm checking we're clear behind.
Yep.
All right, so get us light, and then just we want to go straight up in the air.
Yep.
So remember, once we get up in the air and we start hitting the pedals, hang on, clutch lights on, so just lower it. All right, clutch lights on. All right, so remember, once we start getting light on the skids, any inputs is taking power away from the main rotor. So we want to limit the amount of inputs. That's why when you get light, just try to get everything perfect.
Okay.
Eyes outside, eyes outside. All right, so just straight up, straight up, straight up. And there we go. Keep on going. Now we're pulling, we're starting to like not really climb anymore. So you know what you can do? You can slowly push forwards. Push forwards.
Yep.
But nice and slow, because you don't want it to drop on you. See? Now a little push forwards. We got ETLs above 30.
Yep. See
how we're still climbing. So you're in a really confined area. You always back up to the furthest spot and then do this forwards. You see?
Yep.
We got power to climb and this and that. So you always hold this forward. Make sure you're holding enough forwards and go forwards. All right, so start pushing through for a takeoff. So just take your time, push through. Like I said, regular takeoff. Get going. Taxi speed, and then just push through the rumbles. Get your trim, and just push through for the 45, 50 knots, and then start our climb out again. So you understand that?
Yep.
All right, good. All right, so climb us up to, we're going to come around 700 feet. We're going to do a straight in order.
Sounds good.
Is there any questions on any of that, or what to do about that?
No, it sounded pretty...
Right, with the PD helicopters, you have more than enough power in the world.
Yeah.
It's stupid, it really is. Remember, one of the 429, I think it is? Oh, wait, clear left, forward and right, so come to the right. So the 429 has 4-bladed tail rotor.
Uh-huh.
So that,
tail rotor?
Yeah, the tail rotor is 4-bladed, so the tail rotor authority on that is insane.
Okay.
I was talking to him about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was like, it's insane.
Yeah, but how about the search and rescue? That one's even bigger.
Yes, but it has a bigger blade on it, and he goes, the tail rotor authority is never really an issue. None of them actually have any issues.
Well, of course.
Because, it is trial and error. They figured out which ones have been the best, which ones do everything, they want.
Yeah.
Like I had the Augusta 119, and it just couldn't handle the workload.
I think they have 3 kinds of helicopters. They have a training one, they have the regular 429, and the search and rescue.
I think right, the 409, the 429, and the big heavy. It's actually a Huey,
Okay.
with just, it's a Huey body with just like a different engine on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to turn on downwind, so do your downwind checks, please. Car beat up. All right, all our gauges in the green, fuel is good, carburetor good, no warning lights, we're clear left, forward, and right. We're 700 feet, so let's level out, push forward. So remember, for an auto rotation, you want to be 65 knots and an altitude. So let's start counting this way. So the first thing we do is auto in 3, 2, 1. We do that so you just let everybody know what you're doing and just don't do it and freak them out. So with the auto 3, 2, 1, we lower collective before we roll off. As soon as it's down, right pedal and roll off.
Okay.
Then we establish our airspeed, trim, and RPM.
Yep.
And as long as you hold that trim and airspeed, you have to do minimal inputs.
Yeah.
So say the rotor RPM is spiking, coming up, you raise the collective.
Yeah.
If it's dropping, you lower the collective.
Yeah.
Like say, wherever the needle's doing, that's what the collective is doing. Well, a little high, that's fine. You try to get a sight picture. So like at 600 feet normal winds, I see over the dash, and what that spot is that's where we're going to land.
Okay.
You'll have to just figure out where yours is.
Yeah.
That's fine. So let's just get nice and level. So we're at 700 feet, 68 knots, perfect. So I'm going to get a little closer. We'll probably have a good glide because there's not much wind, and we're a little higher. That's all right. All right, so we're going to enter our auto in 3, 2, 1. So all the way down, roll off, right pedal. All right, now just hold our airspeed and trim. So watch that left pedal. Get our airspeed over a little. Good. So if you push your nose over too much, you're going to have to lower collective. So catch that. Hold it right there now. See how the RPM comes up? So we raise the collective. Stay in trim. Eyes outside. Perfect. We're bottom of the grain, so I'm just going to lower just a hair. Keep it going. Do not bleed off the airspeed. Hold that, hold that, hold that, hold that. Hold that, hold that. We'll start flaring. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. We roll on. Nice and slow, then level out, raise collective. But make sure you keep the nose over. You don't let us come back like this.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take off and do that again. So I'm going to let you just handle this one completely on your own. So I'm not going to do any inputs. I'll just talk you through anything.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I mean, but that was really good. How'd it feel?
Good.
Good. So just push through a little right pedal. Just keep us at trim. That helps. So you remember in auto rotation, we have 3 buckets, 3 types of energy, right? We have potential energy, which is altitude. We have kinetic energy, which is forward airspeed. And then we have centrifugal energy that's left in our rotor head.
Okay.
Let's get our climb in. So you remember, we bleed off, we empty out one bucket at altitude when we drop down, so we lose all our potential. Then we start bleeding off the rest of the energy once we start flaring, the kinetic energy. So you remember, all we left, so we click come left. So left, forward, and right. So you remember, the last bit of energy is always what's stored in the rotor head. So when you flare and level out the helicopter, you want to make sure you're pretty close to the ground. Because once you raise that collective, you're changing the angle of attack, stopping our descent. But if you do it too aggressive and you use up all that energy, we could just drop out of the sky. So that's why we flare closer to the ground and level out. You could always do that. There's always like people coming into running landings. They come in and get low to the ground and just keep running. But unless you have a nice flat, like a concrete surface, it's hard. That you're going to wind up rolling the helicopter. So let's just get up in the air a little bit more. All right, so you can probably do your downwind check now.
Carb it up. Green, green, green. Fuel's good.
Carb temperature's good. Amps oil pressure's no warning lights. That's the point. We want to make sure everything's secure in the ship. Our landing area out there is clear. Nothing has changed. Good. So let's start. Reach out just a little bit more. When you do the, well actually when you do auto at the airport, you have a limited amount, but try to get yourself set up as soon as possible so you're not like at the last second like trying to get airspeed, get altitude. Take your time as much as you need out here in the open, but in the airport you just have to be a little on top of it, make sure everything's good. All right, so 700 feet. Nice to lower it. So start turning and get our airspeed back. So let's get the airspeed. So hold that over. Hold that over. We have available power, so let's pull that power so we don't descend. We can get our airspeed back. There we go, 60. And 65. Good. We want to hold this airspeed, hold this altitude. So we come in. There we go. Now let's pull that power. descend. All right, good. So you see now we got enough time, so just come over a bit to the right. So we got enough time to sit here, hold everything, whatever little things. Once again, we check the car paints all the way up, it's all good. The reason we do the car paint for us, because we still have powered flight, so we don't want the engine to die on us. In real life, you're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
A little forward, don't let it bleed off too much. There we go. All right, so enter your auto in 3, 2, 1.
So collective,
roll off, right pedal. Good. Now establish your airspeed, so just give it a little. Remember, good. Now just hold that. Hold that. So you see your RPM coming up, so raise your collective, raise your collective, raise your collective. Hold that off. Now keep your airspeed outside. Perfect, with the bottom of the green. That's where we want to be. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. So hold it. Just hold it, 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 hold it. Now start gentle flare. Gentle flare, gentle flare. Roll on. Now level out, raise collective. So hold that nose forward. Good. Perfect. That's all you. Let's do one more like that, all right?
Yep.
So push through. You want me to get us up? If you want to break for a second, let me know.
I'm good, I'm good.
You good? All right, push us. So don't let us climb. We want to get our airspeed. Right pedal, right pedal. Right pedal for the trim. All right, now you climb. I try to climb to like over 200 feet or so.
Yeah.
Because at the airport, especially if we're running along the airport, we usually get up to 200-300 feet before we make our crosswind turn. So remember the 5 things. So upwind, crosswind, downwind, base, and then final.
Okay.
I always have to say it over and over in my head every single time too.
Yeah. Upwind,
crosswind, downwind, base, final. Right. All right, so we can turn right now. So clear left,
left forward,
and right. All right, so the 4 factors acting on a helicopter and flight is lift, weight, thrust, and drag. So that could be a question he asks you, the 4 factors.
Okay.
The limitations, what are our limitations? Remember, I said limitations is enforceable. So limitations would be flying without the governor on, no low G pushover, no acrobatic flight, no flying to known icing conditions. You must have a pilot in the right seat, left seat buckled, and a working headset. That stuff is you have to have. It's enforceable. If something happens, you can be held liable.
Okay.
Keep on climbing. Yeah, just keep on climbing. We won't turn down one yet. We're not doing like a perfect pattern here, so we're just like guesstimating the areas to do this stuff. Let's get up in here a little bit more. So you can start turning this way, and that'll be a downwind.
Sounds good.
So do your downwind checks.
Feet up. Gauge in the green. Fuel's good. Coffee's good. No warning lights.
Yep, perfect. So everything's secure in the ship and everything. Our landing area, it looks clear. So we got to get back our airspeed. So let's push forwards. We got power, so full available power. And we'll get up to the 700 feet. We're a little further out. Just give us time to get 700 and our airspeed. I have 700. So once again, we are clear left, we're clear forward, clear right. So bring us around. So push forwards, keep it forwards. Don't ease up on that. So you don't bleed off airspeed. You have to be fighting for that. We got the power, so just lift the collective so we don't descend. See? Keep the turning, keep the turning, keep the turning. Once again, we clear our way around. All right, so hold the forward airspeed now. Get her level. Excellent. Just watch it push to the left. Yep, there we go. Perfect. You just get a little closer. Move on to watch your airspeed. All right, so we'll enter early. So enter our auto in 3, 2, 1. So lower collective all the way. Roll off, right pedal. All right, now just establish your airspeed, RPM. So RPM is going to climb now. You see you bringing your nose up. So just raise it, raise the collective, good. Right there, eyes back outside, trim, airspeed, RPM, eyes outside. Good, just hold this, perfect. Just hold this all the way down. Don't bleed off any more airspeed. So hold that, that's all right. We just lower the collective here. So start gentle flare, gentle, just gentle, 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 a little more aggressive. Now level out, raise collective. We covered a little high because I saw the birds, but that was perfect. All right, so push through along the shoreline. Actually, let's get on the other side and put down for a minute. Because we're at max power. so let's just go past where it's dark and then put us down, please. And just pick anywhere.
I got you.
Stop us and let us settle. This is good. Remember, we always want to be going straight down. Good. Just catch that left pedal at the end. And just watch that drift. Good. All right, pick this up. All right, let's do a quick stop. Real quick, heading this way. So we're going to pick up. We pushed you just like a takeoff, but unlike a takeoff, we don't let ourselves climb. We're going to let ourselves climb a little. So we want to be about 20, 30 feet off the ground. So when we do a quick stop, no chance of our tail rotor hitting. We're going to try to get up to about 30 knots, 30, 40 knots. Quick stop in 3, 2, 1. So it's gentle air cycling. We're lowering the collective just so we don't balloon up in the air. We're not pushing us down. We just want to maintain this altitude. So we come into a stop. Just before we come to a total stop, we're just going to level out and then just come down nice and easy. All right, so pick us up. Eyes outside the distance. We're not care about the gauges. Perfect. All right, so just push through just like a normal takeoff. All right, that's enough. That's enough. And she wants to climb, so let her climb. Let her climb, let her climb, let her climb. And then we slowly push for forward air speed. So we're about high enough. I'm good with that. All right, so a quick stop in 3, 2, 1. So air cyclic, lower collective. Good, right pedal. Now push forwards and down. So pushing enough forward that we come down. Yeah, we got that stuff right there. Yep. I know this didn't work out good. We'll come more at an angle.
Yeah.
This time we'll head more this way. Yeah. Because you got the birds and those poles. So we'll come over here. And we'll do that again. But that was fine. Yeah. So right pedal, right pedal. Alright, so slowing it down. Level out. Alright, so just do a left pedal turn and take us back.
Right circle.
Yep. So yeah, get us in ground effect. Perfect. Nice and slow. 90-degree turns. Yep. And we'll just head straight that way, so there's no wire up. That's good. Alright, so push through. That's good. Let her climb. Let her climb. Stay on top of your pedals. Let her climb, and still just start slowly pushing through. And that should be enough, so hold it right there. Don't push forward anymore. So watch your right pedal. Right pedal, right pedal. There you go. Hold that. All right, so quick stop. In 3, 2, 1. So air cyclic, lower collective, right pedal down forwards. Now nose over. And come down. Perfect. Yep. We ballooned a little bit, but that wasn't so bad. So just push us along the beach for takeoff, and we're going to climb up to 1,000 and do vortex ring state.
Sounds good.
So these are all maneuvers you have to do for your truck ride. The one other thing is the 180 auto.
Okay.
So we have to do slopes and hover auto. So we're going to do vortex ring state, and we'll come back around and see if we can do a few hover autos. We can do slopes back at the airport. So let her climb, let her climb, let her climb. Hold the forward airspeed. Big thing is you want to always stay at a height velocity chart. Remember, so anything less than like 53, 50 knots, you're in a height velocity chart at least 300 feet. I give myself 400 feet just for safety.
Yeah.
The reason for that is they're saying an average normal pilot might not have enough time to be able to recover and get into a state of flare before hitting the ground.
That makes sense.
So let's come up. We got power, so let's pull the power. Don't be afraid to pull it. All right, so we're clear left, forward, and right, so just come around, and we're just going to skim right back along here, because we're just using this to climb up to 1,000. Maybe we could swing out a little bit further. So just hold that airspeed, hold the airspeed. Remember, try not to get fixated on the instruments.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to check them, obviously, but a glance, just like your car, you know what I mean? You don't stare at your dashboard. Well, hopefully not. Oh, yeah, actually, when I was going out to Floyd Bennett Field, I don't know, one of the road tow companies, an asshole, came all the way across and almost slammed into me, never put his direction, almost hit the car in the right lane, almost hit me. Thank God I saw him, and I, like, slammed on the brakes. And it's like, what a piece of shit.
It's the worst.
They're the biggest scumbags. And then he's driving, like, I'm just blaring, and then the other guy he almost hit went past him, who was like throwing shit at him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But you see the drivers are scowl. They don't care.
Yeah. They're all perks.
And
they steal money.
What's that?
They steal money.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not wrecking their car.
Yeah.
And we'll keep on climbing, and we can probably start slowly coming around. All right, so when you do a vortex ring state, what you will do is say, all right, set up for a vortex ring state. So what's the most important thing in vortex ring state? All maneuvers in a helicopter. Everything into the wind. We land, take off, all our maneuvers into the wind. So we know our winds are coming from 250, listen to it, and we could always check our GPS, see our ground speed compared to airspeed. So you see, we got 62 and 52, so that means we have a 10-knot tailwind.
Yep.
So we turn back around, it should change. Also, we look for wind indicators, flags, smoke, steam, even the water itself.
Yeah.
You know, the ripples, the trees and stuff. All right, so you keep on coming back around. So when you get to where you're going to do it, you would do a circling clearing turn.
Yeah.
So we get up over here, we do a nice clearing turn, nice and slow, come around.
Okay.
That means we're just clearing the area completely. During our clearing turn, we're going to raise our car peak, do all gauge check. So when we turn back into the wind, we're all ready to set up.
Sounds good.
So we did a clearing turn, so we're not going to have to do that. So when you set up, you want to set up over somewhere, so heaven forbid you do lose your engine, that you could be able to auto-rotate down to the ground. So we're going to just set up towards the beach. So raise our car feet all the way. Yep. So the gauge checks, all the gauges in the green, fuel is good. And so the three factors for vortex ring state is less than ETL, more than a 300-foot descent rate, and powered flight. My attitude is once we get less than ETL, we start to feel the rumbles. We have a descent, call it. So the recovers, we lower collective slightly, forward, cyclic. Once we gain our airspeed, then we pull in all available power. All right, so we're less than ETL. I feel the variations, and we have a descent rate, so call it.
Enter vortex ring state, lower collective,
forward cyclic, and now just right pedal at first. Airspeed's alive, so pull in all available power and bring the nose up, because we don't want to descend anymore. So bring the nose up. Don't be afraid to bring the nose up. All right, so let's just slow down again. So we're into the wind, we're clear all the way around, our car peak is up, all the gauges are still good. So we're slowing down. Trim strings are dancing. We're less than ETL.
And vortex ring state, lower collective, forward.
So it's right pedal at first, and then pull all available power. Airspeed's alive, all available power, right there. Left pedal now, and bring on nose up. And good, you fly right out of it, and then you figure out what happened and not do it again. So I'll set us up, you do it this time, totally. So just slow up nice and easy. Try not to climb, try not to bring the nose up, just come back enough that you stay level. So come back a little bit more. Come back a little bit more. There we go, so we're less than ETL. We have a descent rate.
Enter vortex ring state, lower collective, push forward.
All right, airspeed's alive, pull on all the power, then left pedal. And bring the nose up. Left pedal now. It's why we do, because left is our power pedal, right? But the reason we're doing right pedal first is because we're delayed behind all our inputs. So there's a tiny bit of right pedal, then left pedal. And then you see we recover pretty quick. All right, let's come back around, and let's just do a regular normal approach. And so we're turning this way, push forward. So all approaches, you always want to keep as much of forward airspeed as long as possible. So the setup for approaches is like 600 feet. So we're descending, so we've got our car feet all the way up. Let's just keep on bringing us down. So about that, remember, we want nose level. We're just lowering collective. Keep it right pedal in. We'll swing out a little bit forward, so our car feet's all the way up. All the gauges in the green, fuel is good, car's good, no warning lights. And we'll make sure we're far enough out, you think we could descend it without having to come to a stop. About 700 feet, so we'll probably start turning base and final. We're clear all the way around, everything's still good, car beat's still up. About 600 feet, so you can keep that descent in, and then start turning in, and then just bring us in and land us nice and smooth. So watch your nose, watch your nose, watch your nose. Now turn in, right pedal, right pedal. Make sure you stay on those pedals. Keep our descent rate in, so it's still pretty high. Now you're flying by feel. You just want to keep forward airspeed. Enough forward airspeed for you to feel comfortable. All right, so bring us in for a normal landing. Just go past where it's all dark once it starts nice and clear.
Sounds good.
So remember, keep the nose up, keep the nose up. We want level, a little bit more, like that. just hold this airspeed. Try not to bleed off any more yet. If you feel like you're getting too much, you can just raise collective.
Yep.
Hold this forward airspeed. Good, looks good. Alright, so once we get like 200 feet or lower, whatever, then you could just put your nose to where you're heading is instead of out of trim. Perfect. Yeah, we're still a little high, so we can push down just a hair more. Start slowing it down. There you go. And we're coming down. So the big thing is now, once we start getting slower, you want to keep enough forward airspeed and start bringing in your power nice and slow and left pedal. You don't want last second when you yank, see it was too much?
Yeah.
That's how you stopped us on descending and ballooned us up. So keep it in. So start bringing it in now. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Hold it forwards, hold it forwards, hold it forwards, hold it forwards. Oh, good. Alright, let's taxi behind us.
Behind?
Yep. So, yeah, right pedal turns fine. So left tail's clear, flip. So you can turn that way. Want to get away from this junk out here. Find somewhere nice and level. Just straight out over there. Yeah. We're going to try doing a few hover autos. I've done those with you, yes?
Yep.
Sand is beating the crap out of my arms. Alright, so right tail is clear. Yes, it's too much, we'll go back and do it there.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're about at 1 foot altitude, right?
Yep.
So eyes outside. So the point is we roll off nice and slow, right pedal. Once we start to descend, we raise collective to cushion our landing.
Okay.
Just like you do with the auto.
Yep.
Alright, so we were rolling off. And 3, 2, 1. Right pedal and raise it.
Yep.
Just make sure you raise up in the air. Try not to let it whip around too much.
Okay.
Alright, so pick us up. Yeah, the thing, if it keeps on blowing in here, then we'll just head back to the airport. Not good for the helicopter. So you only need like a foot.
Yep.
Right? So eyes outside, get us in a stable hover. Stable hover, 1 minute, please. Alright, right here, hold it. So a hover auto, and 3, 2, 1. Great, perfect. Alright, pick us up. And take off that way, get some climb so I can listen to ATIS. So roll up and take us off. Too much sand coming in here. And we can work on the slopes and a few more hover autos. Alright, just push through a little and turn out to the left. Wow. What's that?
Sand.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's like too much to do like hover work.
Yeah.
The other stuff is fine because we're not blowing back up into us, but we'll just get our climb up a little bit. Get us up in the air. So get our forward airspeed. Remember, forward airspeed, we don't have airspeed yet, so right pedal, right pedal, right pedal, right pedal. There's our airspeed. Nice, and now we can climb. So hold that forward airspeed. Try to get it back. Alright, come to the left, got people down here. The parking lot there.
Yeah.
Time between approaching the runway 6 and taxiway Alpha 1 missing. Taxiway Alpha 1, taxiway direction time missing. Constant bird, fuel conversion of St. Obama.
We're 10 miles out.
Excuse me?
We're 10 miles out.
Yeah.
Contact you have Information Lima.
Information Lima.
Yeah.
We're on time Information Lima, 1156 Zulu, wind 2607, visibility 10. Sky conditions, ceiling 2, 5000 broken, temperature 262.23, altimeter 296. Visual approaching east.
What was that?
We're to the east.
Yep, no, don't code yet, sorry, we still have to listen to ATIS.
Yeah.
Service, administer TFR in effect. Taxiway Alpha, location time between approach end of runway 6 and taxiway Alpha 1 missing. Taxiway Alpha 1, taxiway direction time missing. Caution birds, Bureau conversion of vicinity of Long MacArthur Airport. All departures except close traffic. Contact clearance delivery on 121.85. Positive contact you have Information Lima. tower formation Lima, 1156 Zulu, wind 2607, visibility 10. Sky conditions, the ceiling 5000 broken, temperature 26, 2.23, altimeter 296. Visual approaching use, landing and departing runway 24. Notice to airmen, runway 24 DME out of service. Administered TFR in effect. Taxiway Alpha, location sign between approach end of runway 6 and taxiway.
Alright, so they're using
6.
6 or 24?
I think he said 24 out of service.
That's the contact plans for River 121.85. Residential contact, you have information Lima.
Straight
Information Lima, 1156 Zulu, wind 2607, visibility 10. Sky conditions, the ceiling 5000 broken, temperature 2.23, altimeter 296. Visual approaching use, landing and departing runway 24.
24.
Notice to airmen, runway.
Right, they're talking about some things that might be out for fixed. So if the winds are coming from 260, they're not going to use runway 6. That'd be a total tailwind.
I thought you said 24 out of service.
So you see the airport straight out there.
Delta Whiskey Tower, wind 2908, runway 24, full length, please, take it.
That's for IFR stuff. You see it out there? So just kind of look right to the right, just a little bit there.
610 Delta is ready to take off.
Alright, so we have information, Lima.
Traffic, please.
Old choice on the Delta.
6 Delta, runway contact, please.
We're going into the slopes or south?
We're going to go into the slopes.
Okay.
So when we get to the other side, we'll check out the thing. Then it's, 5 Papa line power. And wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
Either he'll give you a squawk or he'll ask you what your intentions.
Yeah.
So our intentions are that we are with information Lima inbound for the slopes. And then if he asks you altitude or how far are we out or a squawk.
Yeah.
So let's wait till we get a little closer. You keep on pushing a little bit to the left today. Yep, there we go. You see the tower out there? We want to go straight.
So 6 Tango Delta, wind 270 at 7, runway 24 at the intersection. Clear to take it.
So you see that like little white pole
Tango Delta
right there?
Yeah.
So I kind of aim just a little bit right of that, so that'll help you. Always helps with like some kind of reference point outside. So we're at 8 miles. If you want to give them a call.
We're on Powerhouse, Stephen River 555, Uniform Papa.
5 Uniform Papa, okay.
That's going to have 555 Uniform Papa, then down to the slope.
Down from Sophie information Lima, we're 8 miles to the southeast at 900 feet. So he didn't say anything.
We contact departure.
He didn't say anything, so just tell him everything.
Okay.
Track 1061, wind 280 at 8, runway 24 at Bravo, clear for takeoff, make right traffic.
So we're far enough out that he's not worried about us yet.
Yeah.
He's taking care of whatever he's in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want you to say keep us here at 800.
5 Uniform Pop, you copy the squawk? Squawk 4362, altimeter 2995.
Alright, 5 Uniform Pop, squawk 4362.
That's the San Delta, contact departure.
No, I didn't copy the squawk.
Yeah.
He got stepped on or?
Oh, maybe that's why he didn't say anything. That's why he probably just had the squawk when he
Yeah, probably someone stepped on him.
Yeah.
5 Uniform Pop, radar contact, 6.5 southeast of the field, altimeter 2995. The altitude.
700 feet.
How's that number 5 Uniform Papa, 700 feet?
And you can say I'm descending down to 6.
5 Uniform Pop, proceed direct, you want to go to the side of the slope, or what was your okay? Alright, 5 Uniform Pop, proceed direct to field, head to the control, toward the control tower.
Alright, so we're just heading towards...
Career track 558.
He's just keeping us towards the control tower, and then he'll, once we get closer, when he has planes landing and take off, he'll just tell us what to do.
Okay.
So keep us at 600.
Wait, what did he just say?
He just said, stay close to the control tower and direct into the slope.
Oh, okay.
Right, it was like kind of jawled. And
Yeah.
you can't hear with the doors off with the wind too.
Yeah, I just
and the crackling. Shitty radios.
On 240, yeah, correct.
So you see the tower? So just a little bit right of the tower.
Track 1061, start the right traffic.
Just too, he's anticipating, a lot of people always go in. The other school always goes into the side.
Yeah.
But not. We did all our stuff out there. What we need to do is in the slopes is fine.
Makes sense.
So keep us at 600 and don't go any lower.
Got it.
1, you're number 1, 12707, runway 24, clear line.
Number 1, 24, clear line, crew track 1061.
Have you done any Estonia?
558.
Yeah,
follow traffic.
when I came back home, the last flight we had, it was obviously a little while ago, but
You got to get that
yeah.
written test out of the way, so don't go below 65. Actually, don't go below 60, but don't go to 60 till we get much closer.
Okay.
Like 2-3 miles. Keep us at 65 and above. Yeah, so you need to work on that, you know, the site I gave you, and start taking the tests.
Yeah. June and July were super hectic. Now that the summer is almost over, I'm going to have a lot more time. I'll get it over with.
Because that's what's going to start holding you up.
Yeah.
You know, so we can knock out some of your requirements now, the cross countries and the different things.
Yep.
But I need that test.
I got you.
Just watch it this time. Not yet. Plus the test is covering like everything I'm going to do with you over the ground, like so much of it. A few things, you know, it doesn't. Like
58, extend now and a call.
the flight planning, the weight balance, or some aerodynamics.
Yeah.
But everything about the airport, airspaces, and all that stuff, all in that.
245.
So what grade do you want?
What was that?
What grade do you want?
90 and above.
Okay.
A couple tests. I need like 3 tests with 90. You get 90, just
Back 245,
take a picture.
right base final 24 Bravo, clear for takeoff, make great traffic.
Take off right traffic, runway 24 Bravo, clear time 24.
Just hold your altitude, yeah. So,
Check 1061, 10 base.
Check 1061.
Knock it back to final traffic now, right base to final, 7.
so watch out this time.
He's way ahead of you. It's like 4 miles, 3 miles ahead of you, 3.5 miles ahead of you. You're number 2, 24, clear line.
2 clear land, 2409 back.
It's like 558, extend now, and you're looking for a Cherokee, 3 mile final.
Check 558.
Start slowly coming down. Car beats up. We're going to start aiming towards the sod.
Okay.
And if it's clear, he'll let us go over to the slopes.
Okay.
He'll let us know.
Oh, that's why he said to go to the tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, not nose, level, go on a roast, collector. So just watch it push to the left. As you see out there, the orange and white brick building, that's what we're aiming for. That's where the windsock is and where the black thing is. So if we have to touch down, it'll be there.
Yeah.
So 400, and don't go any lower.
Okay.
Don't pull it up, you could just ease up. You don't need to pull that much. There we go. Just drop right there.
Pop, beautiful pop. You're cleared to land the sod. Hold short of runway 24, and I'll get your call in a minute.
Alright, the Papa's clear to land the sod. We got to cross and get it down. Beautiful Papa.
558,
we're going into the sod.
traffic following off your right side, mile, let's call it 2 o'clock and a quarter mile.
Alright, so you got the windsock out there, the orange circle on it, so you know the black thing's just over.
Follow traffic, 10 base, runway 24, number 2, clear line.
So remember, not nose down level. We can start slowing down, but about 60. Nose up.
Tower bearing 2143 Lima with the individual at 24.
43 Lima on tower, sorry, speed reduction now, please. Traffic you're following is indicating about 100 knots. You're number 3 following a Cherokee.
So watch your nose, watch your nose.
Okay.
So level it.
Let's run that a bit.
Okay.
Thanks. So track 2,
Stay on top of that right
exit here, turn left on Bravo, and go 24 at Bravo 3, taxi via Bravo 3, cross street to your left, stay with me.
Left on Bravo, Bravo 3 crossing 33, and we'll stay with you. Good check.
2808.
Go back to Holstead. Can we turn left on 15 left if we can make it?
You're not Quebec, that's perfect. That's perfect. You're not Quebec, short final, you see a helicopter landing the grass, left side of the runway, no factor, he's going to be holding short.
See the black out there? So just stay away from the windsock. Just stay right here.
Long Island Tower, Cherokee 411 Bravo Sierra, inbound ILS 2.
So watch out descent.
4 Bravo Sierra, Long Tower, continue number 5.
Continue number 5, 1 Bravo Sierra.
Stand top of that left pedal. Remember, the wind is coming this way, so. Alright, let us come down. Once you're down, just lower it all the way. Yeah. If we're coming in and say you feel the wind's really heavy and they're pushing you back.
15 left hotel,
So just
give
pick it
it
up
the
in the air.
aircraft right to left on Echo. You can monitor ground, we'll call you if we need to.
Zero next sec, so we've got the traffic in sight.
Are you coming down and the winds are like just beat
Expect,
crap out of you? Just slow, collective, settle, and then push through forwards just a little.
Actually, disregard.
It's almost like a running landing.
Yeah, 245, extend down when you're looking for a
So you
bearing.
come down much
3 miles
smoother.
forward.
Yeah.
You're not letting the wind push you back up and beat you up.
Traffic, you're track 245.
Alright, pick us up. Nice and slow. Pedal. Alright, just taxi us this way. Nice and slow. That one. Nice and slow. Just a walking speed. We're just taxiing.
Check 558, exit here, turn left, 33 left.
Yeah, so slow enough. Clear track 558.
Thanks, clear track 558,
Take a
24
left pedal,
Bravo 3,
turn,
track
taxi back.
33 left, Bravo 3, behind company.
4 Bravo 3, Bravo, clear track 558, portion of the 20.
Clear track 245, turn base, follow that bearing.
Turn base, clear track 245.
Watch it descent on the turn.
Clear track 558, do you also hold short behind the Seminole?
This is follow tunnel, 24 Bravo 3, follow tunnel.
What's the black top?
That's on Bravo 3, clear track 558. Tower 43 land, will we clear to land?
Sorry, what?
They just keep us up in the air.
Clear to land, 43 land line.
Clear to land.
Clear to land, thank you, 43 land line.
Just go past the
Everyone X-ray, be ready when I call you.
Alright, slow down, come to the stop. Left pedal.
This is traffic holding position and departing
Left pedal,
party.
turn. Get us over the dirt right there, please.
Bravo, yeah.
And then turn us back into the wind.
Is that clear?
Yep.
What do you park?
Alright, let's get down. So where's the wind? We got the windsock right there. To your right. Out there. See it right there? The windsock.
Straight ahead.
No, the
Yeah,
windsock.
yeah, I'm seeing the window straight ahead.
Oh, the windsock. Alright, so let's just get into a wind. Get a stable hover. We'll get a stable cup hover. Let's get back over the pond. So we're at 1 foot, so we're going to do hover and auto. So just keep us stable, not forward or backwards, one place. Alright, so we're going to roll off. And 3, 2,
Clear track 244, just confirm we'll clear to land.
good. Alright, let's get off the dirt. We're on the grass. It's a little more slopey here than I thought.
31 X-ray runway 24 full length, line up on traffic 2 mile final, Cherokee.
24 full length, line up and away, November 600, actually.
245 traffic hold position, depart ready.
Alright, we'll try it. Should be good. Alright, so eyes outside.
Lima traffic hold position, traffic
Stable hover.
final, keep
Big
the
thing
speed
is
up.
always a nice,
Turn left on
comfortable
whiskey.
stable hover.
Go whiskey out to the ramp,
Alright,
monitor
so
ground, call you if you
auto
need it.
and 3.
Whiskey out to the ramp, monitor ground. Thanks, 43 land.
Alright, so you gotta catch that. See how much we spun around? You gotta catch that right pedal. Pick up again. Pick us up, point us in the wind. You see the one top? Alright, there's good.
31 X-ray 24 full length, clear for takeoff.
Alright, 2-4, clip it. Roll off. 3, 2,
245, runway 24, clear to land.
Runway 24, clear to land.
We got to watch that drift.
Yeah.
Because what happens if we come hard into the ground, we're going to wind up rolling over.
Pick her up.
Alright, pick us up. Alright, eyes outside. Alright, so hover auto and 3, 2, 1. Alright, we got a good, like, settling. We came down nice and smooth, but it's still too much of a right. I know a lot of people say you can never give too much right pedal up, but that's not true, but just give it hard enough. So,
Okay.
Trying to pick us up, please. Because that's what the bad thing is. If you're spinning, the skids could hit and flip you over.
Yeah.
That's the...
Contact approach.
Departure 610 Echo.
Alright, so rolling off. And 3,
245, turn left on 33 left, and 24 Bravo 3, line up behind
a little less, a little more right pedal.
Alright, left
and
2 left 24 at Bravo
maybe
3.
a little more right side for the drift.
Contact 245.
Contact 1061, traffic 2 out, runway 24 Bravo 3, line up away.
Track 1061.
So when you left up, if you're on a check line, you really can't like flip around like that.
Yeah.
You need to come straight up, and if you need to turn after. Just need to catch that.
On Bravo 3, you're
Alright, so we're going to roll off.
behind you.
Eyes outside.
Okay, gotcha. We'll follow that. Contact 245, left on
Roll
Bravo
off
3.
and 3. Don't descend yet, don't descend.
Right traffic 24 Bravo 3.
Roll off and 3, 2, 1. So right pedal, good. Perfect. Nice.
Yep.
That was a good one.
2-4 right track.
Probably maybe a hair collective more, but still it was smooth. And we barely turned.
Yep.
Alright, so bring us up.
1 Bravo 3, runway 24, good on.
One right 24, 1 Bravo Sierra. I'm on tower, Cherokee 1 Bravo Sierra. Any chance we could just go miss at minimum?
Alright, so we're going to roll off. And 3,
The minimum.
2, 1. So nice and slow, good. Excellent. Excellent.
Hey, Fireman, that's just a departure back to the...
Let's get another one like that.
Okay, you want to go with me or you want to Cherokee?
We can go with you. We'll stay below 1,400.
Runway heading for now at below 14.
Runway heading at below 1,400, 1 Bravo Sierra.
Alright, eyes outside. Roll off. And 3, 2, 1. Now we drifted a little bit to the left and right, but it was still the heading wasn't still too bad.
Yeah.
On tower crew track 325 on the
Alright, let's pick up. Then taxi back, we'll do a quick stop. Gets hard doing that.
Yeah.
Don't you feel more comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Alright, so we can make a right pedal turn. So left tail is clear. Flip. And you just taxi back. Nice and slow. Alright, you don't want to make the DPE nervous, so go nice and slow, like a grandmother, like 90 degrees stop, 90 degrees stop. Don't swing around like that. Bad habit, you know, because I do that a lot.
About 6 mile final, 3 Bravo 3, line up away.
Remember, when you're doing everything, think about, I'm not going to do what Billy would do, and you'll be alright.
Truck 325, try to go hold position, the park's right here.
And come to a stop, and do a left pedal turn, please.
Flip. Right tail.
Great. Nice and slow, just like that. Stop 90 degrees, and another 90 degrees. Excellent. So you see the taxiway way out there. That's
245, are you ready to go?
That's what we're going to aim at.
Okay.
245.
Alright, so like I said, quick stuff. So we push through nice and slow, just like a normal takeoff, right? Nice and slow. We're letting her climb, and we push up a little bit. Still keep the climb in. We want to be high enough that we feel comfortable. There we go. Feel comfortable there. A little right pedal, just a tiny bit of right pedal. More right pedal right there. Only 30 knots. So quick stop. In 3, 2, 1. So aft cyclic, lower collective, right pedal. Now push forwards and down. Good. Next time, just maybe a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
With the nose up, but that was good. Alright, so turn us and taxi us back, please.
Right tail clear.
Yep.
If you want to extend down, you're looking for a track to 3 mile final.
So if you're fairly close to the power, you can always get a little closer to the ground effect. There we go, that's enough. Alright, one more.
325 runway 24, quickly option on departure, runway heading maintain 2000.
Quickly option runway 24, runway heading maintain 2000 on the go for tractor 25.
401 Bravo Sierra, direct Farmingdale control out of 14.
Direct Farmingdale at or below 1,500, 1 Bravo Sierra.
Tower 3 truck 558, control confirm the right traffic.
Yes, right traffic.
When you're setting up to do any of these maneuvers for your check ride, if you don't feel comfortable, it isn't setting up for you, you're not like good, you could always abort. Notice that's pilot management, that's you making a positive aeronautical decision. You don't want to do something that's going to put yourself in danger. So it's okay. And come to a stop, and let pedal turn. So clear your right tail. So never be worried. I mean, you can't do every single maneuver, but say one of them you went to set up and you just don't feel like you're going fast enough, high enough, and this and that, just say, I'm going to go around and redo it. You'd rather see that than you do try to force something that is dangerous.
From Pop, you still want to go to Smith?
Yeah, if I'm the top, if I go over the slope.
Talking from Pop, cross runway 24 into the slope, traffic 2 mile final charge.
Alright, backing them out, crossing runway 24 into the slope. I'll stay on with you.
Once you're in the slope, you go to ground. Stay with me.
Alright, if I can follow, go over the ground here in the slope, go off the FR, have a good day. You can go that way. Well, actually, just go around that way, and we're going to do a quick stop over here, just not into the ground. You come around the trees? We'll do one quick stop, then we'll do some slopes. Come up here where it's flat. Ground, helicopter 555, uniform Papa.
5 uniform Papa, ground.
Ground, helicopter 5 uniform. At the end of the surface, we're doing some maneuvers, so make clear of all hard surface. We'll walk to your car, I'll let you know when we're ready to go back.
Roger, thanks.
Alright, so just push through, nice and slow. Aim for like the white jet out there.
Gotcha.
Alright, that's good. So let it climb, let it climb. Now hold the forward air speed. A little more right pedal. Right there. Too fast, too fast. Right there, that's good. So a little right pedal. Alright, so quick stop. In 3, 2, 1. So air cycling. Low click up, right pedal. Now push over. And straight down. Alright, excellent. No, keep us going down straight. Don't stop the maneuver halfway. It's like, oh yeah, I got it.
Is your Yankee Mike want to go to the run up here?
Alright, so let's taxi around. And let's go back over, we'll do slopes over there. If the winds pick up, then we'll move over here, but I think we're fine. Because we got a bunch of places we can bunny hop.
Yeah, team for the run-up area.
Alright, so you remember with the slopes, we want to come in at a 45-degree angle. We want nice and slow. Once we pick out a spot, we get parallel. Let's come out this way a little bit, right? We want to get parallel with the hill. Let the helicopter settle. Once upskid touches, we start slowly pushing into the hill with the cyclic while low and collective. We don't slam it down. Once we get down, then we put everything back to neutral. So you got the dead spot here. So a little right pedal. See, this isn't good. I don't want to start the shit on fire. Alright, so we come over here, we come to a stop. So it's left pedal, left pedal, left pedal, left pedal. And we let it settle. Now don't pull into the hill, just straight down. Eyes outside, distance. Alright, there's your skid, and then we push down lower collective. Do a little air cyclic or whatever, so everything back to neutral. So remember, we don't want too aggressive. You don't need too aggressive as well. If it's too aggressive, that's not good. Nice, now back into the slope. So we discharge passengers, they went downhill and forward us. They never go uphill. So back into the slope. All the way into the slope to hold this. Little left paddle, a little tiny air cyclic. Now pick it up. Remember, our eyes are outside in the distance now. Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. So it starts getting light, so we come back to center, and we come away at a 45. A tiny bit of right paddle, just so our tail doesn't swing back in, just like that. Alright? So, you know, let's just go to the other side. So taxi us forwards. I'm going to do it over there, because I don't want to catch the grass on fire.
Bajo to catch on fire.
Well, you see, it's all brown. It's taller. You see all this brown is where I've been doing slope landings, and the heat of the engine is burning the grass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's something that's important. So when you're landing in tall, dry grass and this and that, there's always possibility of fire.
Wow.
So that's the reason not to land. Let's come out here to the left. I'll find a spot. Yeah, so you always got to be aware of that. Our engine is exposed back there. So we land in the grass, easily catch on fire. So we're going to go right along that ridge.
Intersection departure, Bravo, runway 24 Bravo via Alpha straight card up.
Alright, so you see right past all these grass, we got that dirt, so we're aiming for that. Wait, a little left pedal. Alright, then right here, you can see they're doing slopes here too. Alright, so we're going to get parallel with the hill. Don't pull in. Keep your altitude. Stable hover. Now let us settle. Let us settle. The up skid, now push in, lower collective, nice and slow.
Yep.
So now we know we're a little bit aft and whatever.
Yep.
Alright, so everything back in neutral, you discharge your passengers. So now bring it into the slope. Left pedal, left, now pick it up, nice and slow. Remember, you have to do whatever pedal inputs to correct yourself as well. Let's get light. Oh, so you need a little more forward right there. So slow, then away to the left. So stay on that right pedal. A little right pedal, because if you don't, the tail could swing back into the hill. So right there, we're going to aim right for that. Go straight ahead. 45 degrees. Just before these little tufts of grass right here. All right, left pedal. Left pedal. All right, don't let it climb. And just let it settle, so don't pull in till we touch. There we go. Now into the hill and lower collective, nice and slow. All right, back to neutral. Do all your gauge check, and then we pick up. So pick up. Remember, nice and slow. That's the big key word. All right, now come over, and then go away at 45. Just like that. You think we can do that sand right there? Right in front of us.
Into the run-up area there.
Nice, over. Left pedal. Pedal might not be slopey enough, we'll see. Descent. Oh, it's forward. It's too uncomfortable, sorry. Forget that. I'm going to go back to the tall grass. We just make sure we don't put the airport on fire. So just taxi us around. So don't let it get away from you. Keep it forward enough airspeed because we have a tailwind. So it's easy to control. But we don't want to rock it. So we're going around that bush out there to the right. Okay, watch that. So we'll look for that berm mark up there. That's where we're going to go. That one over there, so slow us down. A little more forward, give our more forward. Alright, get parallel with the hill. That's good enough, parallel with the hill. No more. Parallel with the hill, don't pull in. Stable hover. Right pedal. We want to straight down. Like that, we want to feel comfortable. Click back. You can just leave it, pick us up, eyes outside. Good, now start coming over. We don't want to go too much that way. We don't want to go backwards, we want to come up and go out that way. All right, so bring us forwards again. We'll go right where this dry is, so 45. All right, parallel to the hill, so left pedal. Hold this right here in the slope, don't climb. Now let us settle, nice and slow. There's your skid, and then push into the hill, lower collective, but slow everything down a little bit more than that.
Okay.
All right, back in neutral. All right, pick us up.
So using for full length or anything?
So as soon as you start feeling light and lifting, start bringing it over, and then 45 forwards. Move right pedal like that, perfect. Head for the overdrive spot. Stay on top of your pedals, don't let her get away from you.
Taxi number 24, Alpha Sierra, Bravo 4, Echo, course only 23 level, short of...
This should be good, so stop. Parallel. Let it settle. Don't pull in till you touch. There you touch, and then you pull it in. If you pull it in too hard, if we hit and you're not ready, you can roll it into the hill. It's called dynamic rollover.
Yep.
You need three things for dynamic rollover. A pivot point, a rolling movement, and exceed the critical angle.
Yep.
So we don't want that.
Yep.
All right, pick this up. So hold it in there, hold it in. All right, now we're getting light, so start bringing her over. And then away, just away forward to 45, just like that.
Yep.
Perfect, now come out for that overdrive front spot. So don't pull in yet, we've 45, not sideways. Where we're pointing. All right, now parallel. So parallel, lower pedal. All right, now let us settle nice and slow. Don't pull into the hill, you're pulling in. Let us settle. Now in, it's nice and slow. See, it'll be nice and slow control movement. All right, back in neutral. All right, now back into the slope. Pick us up. And now bring us center. Slower, because you see we started going this way.
Yeah.
So stay on this right pedal while I'm pulling away. All right, now go around the bush. We'll go back to the beginning again. So the worst winds we can get in a helicopter, wait, we're way too high, way too high. Always stay down the ground effect. So the worst winds we could have are from the left side. The left side is main rotor interference, you know, it's a tail rotor vortex and weathercocking. So that means any wind's coming from this way. It pushes all the bad turbulent air back into the main rotor or into your tail rotor. So let's point at the dry grass, nice and slow, nice and slow. We're up here, get parallel. I'll hold this right here, don't pull into the hill yet. And let it settle. Don't let it climb. Because the more you let it climb, it makes it longer, harder for you to hold stable. Oh, we're pushing too much to the right. There we go. Just stay right the 1 foot above.
Yeah.
All right, back to neutral. All right, back to 10. Lift it up, eyes outside. It's coming up, so come over right away. Then away, forward out of 45. Hold us, keep on going out. You don't want to come to a stop, so you just keep on coming out. And then till you're ready to come back in. Don't let us go into the hill. A little more altitude, a little more forward. All right, stop us, parallel with the hill. Don't pull in, don't pull in. Let us settle. Just get touch it. See, that's a little too quick. You want to come down nice and slow. All right.
You can also cross 33 right and Papa Echo. All right, we'll cross 33 right and then over to Tower 5 Papa Echo.
All right. So back into the slope and pick us up. All right, it's getting light, so start coming over. We don't want to go this way. We don't want to do that at all. So let's go forwards. Go to this dry area right here. Come to a stop. Left pedal for parallel. Don't pull into the slope. Don't let it climb. Stay on top of that left pedal. Let it settle. Let it settle. Don't pull yet. Don't pull yet. Don't pull yet. Now you pull into the hill. Lower collective. Neutral and back in. And now start coming over. Keep on pushing it over. That will level. Now go away this way. Not sideways. Forwards.
Okay.
All right, bring us in again. Relax for a second. Now come forward. So Stand up that right pedal. Keep it a little bit further, a little bit further. Not get parallel with the hill. Move it forward. So don't drift out or climb. You see how we drifted out coming backwards? You don't want to do that. So let's come back in a little. Parallel with the hill, right? Stop us. Stop all movement. Let it settle. All right, your skids touch, so push into the hill and lower collective slowly. All right, back to neutral. All right, back into the slope. Now try again. Eyes outside. Lift it up. Once you start to feel it light, stop bringing this all the way over. All right, now come over, come over, come over. Keep it coming over. Good. Now go this way. Perfect. That's exactly how you want to feel. All right, so let's try one more. Make sure you stay on that right pedal. You don't want the tail to swing into the hill.
Yeah.
That should be good. So parallel. Don't pull in yet. Let us settle. So we're not parallel. We're like this. So there's a little more left pedal. There we go. Don't pull in yet. Don't pull in yet. Now pull in. Lower collective.
Yep.
All right, back to neutral. Now pick us up. Remember how you just did it last time. So. Good. Now start coming towards center. That's a little bit too fast. You see, you made it too fast, and then we're all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, so just bring us around. Keep us in ground effect. Watch that tail. See how we rushed it that time, then we're all over the place. The one before you didn't rush it.
Yeah.
Left pedal, give your left pedal so you turn it back this way. More left pedal. There we go, now bring us into the burn spot right there. 45, stay on top of the pedals. And a little forwards. A little bit more. When you get over this top one. Alright, so come to a stop. Too high. Parallel. So let it settle nice and slow. So now you got forever, so you got to watch the back drift or anything else. Don't pull in. Some pull back against you. Just come down. Nope. Wait till you start lowering before you pull in all the way over, because you can just pull yourself right into the hill.
Okay.
All right, back in neutral, and pick us up. All right, come back to neutral right away, because there's not much of a slope. Good. So just stand up with left pedal, bring us out a little bit more. Now bring us back in. Aim for the burn up there, but with the little yellow flowers. Not this one, no.
I got you.
Just watch us good so you don't hit the ground. Alright, this should be good, so get parallel. Parallel, don't pull in. Now stable, hold it stable. And let it settle. Nice and slow, let it settle, nice and slow, don't pull yet. Now into the hill and lower.
Good.
Alright, pick us up. Alright, so when you get something like that, if it's too much, just lower it back down, pick up again. You felt that one. Even though you were getting over, you were pulling this nose up too much. So bring us in again. Notice, just relax a second. I got controls. Just relax. Shake it out for a minute.
Yep.
That's stressful and a pain in the ass to do. It's nerve-wracking because you're always afraid to flip to the helicopter.
Right.
There goes the seaplane.
Oh, wow. Let's work on a little bit of a running landing. It's not the sand here, so let me get a good feel for it. So you're gonna have to come in, know how to do a shallow approach. So the shallow approach, say you're coming back and you lose your magneto, you're too heavy, you can't hover in this and that, so you have to do a running landing. So what the most important thing is with that is forward airspeed. You don't need a ton, but you want a decent amount of forward airspeed. You want to come down, and you want to be surprised when you hit the ground, but you want the skids nice and level. Nice and level, nice and level. So push it through, push it through, push it through. Slowly coming down, 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 coming down. So I'm on the ground. So what I do is lower the collector. You see I didn't move the cyclic or touch it? We're lowering the collector to take all the gravity, to add gravity back and just make us stop. If we pull this back, there's always a chance of tail strike. There's always a chance of flipping it. Remember, when we're coming in for a running landing, the cyclic, you want to hold the airspeed, but it controls for drift from left to right. Your pedals for your heading, and the collective, you just to stop yourself. So come on with me. We'll come back around and do that again. So it's usually a real pain in the ass to do it here. Like I've asked a couple times, and now I don't think only once I've actually able to do it. Even one time I was almost just about to touch down, and then they told me to sidestep. It's like, why'd you give me permission then if you're going to wait till I get there and then do it? So I don't know how he is with that, this and that, but you should have a working knowledge of it. So come to a stop. All right, so remember what I said. The first thing is you want to have some forward airspeed, and you want the skids level. You don't want to hit tail, and you don't want to hit nose. So let's push forward, right? Keep our heading with the pedals, right? So hold that. Now just hold that. Nothing else. And we just let us settle, 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 settle. Pick the pedals for our heading. Settle, 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 settle. Forward airspeed, forward airspeed, forward airspeed, forward airspeed. And once it hits the ground, lower collective. But don't like slam it down, because what'll happen is like, we'll do that. Just let it slide a little bit. All right, pick us up. And let's turn around and do that again.
Don't split along the ground, runway 24 Bravo, Alpha Sierra Charlie Bravo.
If you're doing it, you're doing it to a runway and this and that, you want to try and like keep it about 30 knots when you do it. And like when it hits the ground, you're always like surprised. I mean, it's just a nice, gradual, shallow approach in. Now turn around. Let's just get a stable hover first. Now push, not just enough forwards. Fix our heading, the pedals. Now just hold this airspeed. Now just let it settle, settle. Let it come down, just hold it, hold it. So we want to come down flat, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And we just lower collective. You see how too much is came to a scream? You try not to bounce around. It's a little hard because we're not on a totally smooth surface. In concrete, you shouldn't do that. As long as you come down flat and level, you just slide along like that forever. But a little easier on the collective push down. You see that how it's stopping? Just a little easier. If your nose starts to spin, you just do whatever the pedals. And it's you're coming along the center line, you're drifting. There's always a little cyclic left or right for the drift. All right, so pick us up. And bring us around again, please.
That's 245 off runway 24.
Get us up in the air a little. No.
245 long on the ground, taxi to 14 Charlie Sierra.
Charlie Sierra.
That's correct. Also give way to an archer from left to right on Charlie.
All right, well, let's just come to a stop over there. Right here. All right, stay with hover first. All right, now just push through forwards. Not nose down, just push the forward. Yep, to a flat level. Now start letting us settle. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy.
Now turn, I'll send you 295.
Nice and easy, nice and easy. A little right paddle, so we move back, that's the turn. But you see how it's nice and easy? You feel the nose coming a little bit? I just gave it a tap with the right pedal. All right, pick us up. Let's do that again. You do a right pedal turn, just exit this way now.
Left tail.
Just taxi straight out past that little sand spot. So a little more right pedal. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. So you have control. Right over here. You're getting tired, huh? See, we're all over the place. All right, stop. All right, so left pedal turn, right tail is clear.
Flip, right tail.
let's get down a little closer to the ground. All right, good. So let's just push forwards. This is a left pedal, left pedal. There we go. Slow it up, slow it up. We don't need to be super fast, especially here on the dirt. We just hold it. We're just holding it. We don't want to drop. All right, lower collective, nice and slow. Nice and slow. A little bit more. And we're going to stop. Perfect.
Yep.
All right, let's head in.
Yep.
You look tired.
Yeah.
But everything's excellent tonight,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
Honestly, everything's
Yeah.
really good. The only thing we didn't do was 180.
Yep.
We did everything else.
Yep.
So you're getting really, really more comfortable and good with everything else.
Yep.
Excellent with them. All right, pick us up.
Cross runway 33 right at Echo, continue Echo Foxtrot.
Alright, 33 right at Echo, continue Echo.
No, so I'll be bringing it.
C42.
Let's get in.
Ground helicopter 555 uniform Papa, what's over taxi back in the Baltic?
Helicopter 555 uniform Papa, hover taxi to the park.
I was getting a little tired toward like the slopes.
Yeah.
Like, that was already toward the end.
You know, it's because it's a lot of stressful, a lot of work, this and that. Never come taxiing back in like this.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do this. Like you said, you had a long day and everything else.
Yeah.
And what's the most important thing? You know, pilot management. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. Should I be flying? All those old things you got to think about. I am safe.
Yeah.
And fatigue is one of them. All right, we're down. All right, so we roll off. Turn off the governor switch and get the collector friction. I got a cyclic and I'll get our timer.